Hey everybody! So we are showing up again. I am still working on these little fish cards. So I pulled out all the little dictionary pieces. This dictionary is super fragile. Oh. So a disclaimer, if you're new here, I live by the airport, and invariably when I turn on my video to my camera to video, a plane has to go by. Especially when I have the doors and windows open like today, because it's a nice day. Anywho. So yeah, the dictionary pages are very fragile, but I'm still working with them. I took my vintage paint and just kind of wiped over them with a little makeup sponge just to kind of tone them down a little bit because they were kind of bright. So I think I've got 12 pieces over here, and I think what I'm gonna do is work with some masking tape. I love working with masking tape, and I love the grunginess that it brings. So let's just kind of put one together and see. These don't all have to look alike, but I want them kind of having a matching element. See how fragile that is? Just tore off. I want them to, I want them to go together. They don't have to be exact, but I do want them to go together. So I've got a little piece of masking tape there. And I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about as far as the masking tape. Just kind of randomness. And I'm going to go over them with a little bit of ink to kind of, again, grunge them up a little bit. And then we'll put him here. And I was back and forth debating on if I wanted to glue these down completely or if I wanted to do just a little stitch and have them having a little flappy. But since I really don't know just yet what I'm going to do with them, I think I'm going to glue them down completely. I think that's going to be the better option. Because I don't know, like I said, if I'm going to make little cards out of them or tear around them and make little bits. I don't know. Yeah, I kind of like that. There's a lot going on there, but that's okay. So that's kind of where I'm at with all this. Let's see if I've got, yeah, this is one that has a lot of background. I say a lot of background, not a lot going on in that background. It's one big chunk of that greenish. I don't want to cover up some cool patterns or anything like that because, then I would get all in my head about design and all that good stuff. So put you there. And we'll put you there. And we'll hit them with a little bit. There's very little ink on here. It's just enough to kind of tone it down a little bit. And this says salmon, but I don't think we have. My brain's not computing what a salmon looks like. Let's see if there's a salmon on here that I can kind of. Number 10 is a salmon. Okay, that's a salmon. Let's see if we got something that kind of looks like that guy. That's a catfish. Does that kind of look like that guy? No. It's possible we may not have a salmon on here. Oh. Can we play him as a salmon? I think he kind of looks like. We'll go with that. It's possible. I don't know where Cindy came up with these images. So it's possible that they may just be like made up fish. If that makes any sort of sense. Now this little guy is quite smaller than this big old card, but we're just going to work with it. I'm going to plunk him down right there. Okay, moving right along. Kind of playing with fire if I'm not changing out my glue pad because, like I said, this is so fragile. So I gotta probably need to do that. Okay, is there a whitefish on here? See, I didn't want to be doing this. I didn't want to be so... Whitefish is number 5. 4, 4, 5. Oh, he's big and weird looking. I don't think we have a whitefish, so we'll just kind of have to figure out something. We're just going to go with that, even though I think that's more of a bass. Number 8, a weak fish? Meh. Today's lesson is fish. And how weird they are when you really start looking at them. I feel like this guy is that guy. Number 8 there. And that's a weak fish, which I don't think I have a weak fish because I've never heard of a weak fish. So I don't think that I have that definition floating around here. So we'll just go ahead and use him for the whitefish. Oh, I didn't do masking tape. Let's plunk some down real quick. Plunk some down right there. Plunk some down right there. Okay, here you go, buddy. Kind of off-center there, but that's okay. Moving right along. Now, this one I've already rounded my corners. So, bass. I think we had I feel like, let me see if I can, I think I used to fish. This may be a bass. Let's see if bass is on this list. He is not. Okay, we're going to go with this as a bass, but I'm going to kind of go low so I can cut that straight if I need to. It gives me wiggle room to remedy that if that's not what I want to do. Yeah, let's see about that. So we are showing up today. I mean, I guess I realized, but I didn't realize. I was uploading my video from yesterday, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's been forever since I've uploaded a video, and for that, I apologize. Again, life be lifing, so it's been kind of a wild month. Hasn't been really busy, it's just been kind of wild. So, October is shaping up to be busy. And then, of course, November, we have our Junk Journal Round Robin that I do with Cindy and Mary Ellen. This definition is bait, so we're going to use this guy. I don't know what kind of fish he is, but he's got something in his mouth. So we're going to call it bait. I did it again. Also, if you're new here, you'll realize I'm very, first off, I'm a messy artist. I'm not at all messed up about my hands getting dirty or gluey or anything like that. I don't typically do tutorials. I just kind of hang out and create with you guys. And sometimes I think those videos are the way to go. I tend to follow people who just, who just hang out and create. I do like the tutorial, but I do, like the just randomness. This definition is for cod, and cod is on this page. Is number 11, which is this guy. And I don't see this guy floating around. So, how about this? How about we do this? Let's see if we've got any matchy-matchies before we... I think that's a bass, now that I look at it. Oh, well. I don't think any of the remaining things... That's fin, so that could go for anybody. I don't think any of the remainings match any of these fish. Because I think that's a gar of some sort. That's a catfish. Or maybe that's catfish. Or maybe they're both catfish. Either way, I don't have a definition for catfish. So I think I'm okay to just willy-nilly it. Anyways, as I was saying, I just kind of do random stuff on my channel. Now, again, come the November, I'll be doing two different things. Our Junk Journal Round Robin is going on. It'll be a daily video. And I also participate in Trovember, which is a collage challenge hosted by Kelly at Collage-Lab. And it's a whole heck of a lot of fun. I've been doing it for the last couple of years. And basically you have one base and you build on that base throughout the month. So each day I'll add something to the collage, basically. And at the end of the month, you've got a final piece. It's a whole heck of a lot of fun. I'll do like an intro video closer to the end of October, kind of showing you which one. I'll show you my previous years, and then I'll show you my what base I've decided to work with. Like the first year I did where's a big old piece there? The first year I did canvas board, and then I've done just regular canvas. I've done a wood board. I've done a couple different bases, so I'll do a video closer to time kind of showing what I've done and kind of preparing for November. So it'll be closer to, it'll be the end of October or so. So I got that going on. So the month of November, you guys will probably get tired of me because I'll essentially have 2 videos a day. So October, I'm doing my best to get back into routine. October is busy for me though. My calendar is quite full of randomness. I'm going out of town 2 different times. I'll be house sitting for a week. A house/dog sit for a lady. And she's going out of town for like a week and a half. So I'll be over there, which I don't do. The only creating I do over there is I'll cut magazine harvest. I'll cut images and things like that. That's the extent of creating I do there, mainly because of the dogs. And as soon as I settle down to do something, they want to play and they want the attention. And since that's why I'm there, I should be giving them attention. So all that to be said, that week and a half, I won't be doing videos. So yeah, just a lot going on, but I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. And like I said, my friend Mary Ellen started doing these showing up videos, and so I thought, okay, that is a way I can just get back to my art space and get back to doing something. And so that's why I'm here. No rhyme or reason with this, with these cards. I am, eventually planning to do a fishing journal. It's been on my mind for a while. My challenge now is going to be to find my fishing stuff. I ordered some specific paper from Echo Park. They have beautiful paper, scrapbook paper. I did order some paper from them that's fishing related. And so I know I have that floating around here somewhere. I just don't know where. So I just thought these fish images came from Cindy over at Studio Lou. She has a Patreon where she is very sharing of her art and her images and her ideas. And so these fish came from that. And I thought, oh, this will be perfect. I'll play with these fish and I'll just show up. I'll just get started doing something. This guy, this definition is Finn, so it can be used for anybody, but it's a big definition. I think somebody is here, so I will be right back. Okay, we are back. Got interrupted a little bit. So we finished our fish cards. Again, I don't know what I'm going to do with them just yet. They'll make neat little cards just as themselves. Or they'll make little pockets. That's fine. Or I can still do something else with them. So I'm going to leave them as is. I'm not going to ink the backs or anything like that because, again, if they end up being pockets, then there's no sense in that. So while we've done a lot, we have a base still. So, and there's 12 of them, so we're good with that. I also put together this it's a journal card on it's kind of a thin, flimsy journal card, but I used a piece of old book page, fly page. It's got some cool, what is that called? Weathering? Patina? I don't know what it's called. But anyways, it's got some old stuff going on. And I added a little bit of the gold paint and a little bit of the, to kind of give us a cohesiveness. Anyways, this is the book page, the dictionary page of the definition of fish. So that's a cool little journal card that will go in there. So I have these, and I got to thinking with that I probably need to do another collage board using what I have out, and just kind of put it with that, with my fish stuff, because when I get around to it, I'm gonna be trying to match and be cohesive. And if I had just a working collage board that had, you know, all the right colors and papers and all that, that would be fabulous. So I just pulled out an extra scrapbook page that I had in my stash, and we'll just kind of make another matching collage board. I probably should have did 2 when I did the 1, but you know, lesson learned. And while I've got this kind of idea and technique in my brain, I guess is my thinking, you know, adding the gold and adding the, I might even throw some dictionary page on here again to kind of correlate and match. The blue's shining through on that, but I don't really care about that. Again, we're just kind of trying to be matchy-matchy. And I'll put this with my stash. I guess I'll start a new stash of fish stuff. And then continue to work on finding... Ooh, I could do this. I really hate to do anything with this, though. I'm being all precious with that. Anyways, I'll start a new fish pile and continue to work on finding my other fish stuff. I think that's the best option for me. But I'm telling you now, I'm not going to get started, quote unquote started. I'm already started on it, I guess. I'm not going to get started on my fish journal until I get my marsh journals done. They are over there on my desk, looking down on me, asking me why I've not been paying them attention. So I need to fit, I've got all the stuff. It's basically just a matter of putting it together. And possibly I need to just jump on here and do it as a showing up video. Just rattle with you guys while I'm putting it together. Because they're all, like, my covers are done. And I think my pages are even cut. It's just a matter of putting the ephemera, getting the ephemera put together and in there. So I don't know why I stopped on it. It's possible that something else fancied me at the time and I set it aside and I hadn't got back to it. You know how that goes. We're going to put you there, just, even though you don't really go. We'll put some other stuff there just to, cover our little blue spot. Yeah. So this isn't exactly like the other collage board that we did, but maybe we'll get there. Maybe we can grunge it up enough to give it a cohesiveness, a matching feel. Oh, well, I guess I'm out of glue stick on that one. Oh, yep, it's almost empty. It's gonna pull off every time I glue down. Just trying to use these little bits. Break up this big orange piece right here. I gotta remember, I might have to go back and look at the video, but I gotta remember, I think I laid everything down and then I added some ink and then I added some paint and then I added the gold, I think. So maybe we can get it at least close enough. Let's see what else we got over here. We can plunk that down there. It's pretty big, but we can add little bits on it to kind of chill it out a little bit. I'm using the thin, like, mulberry paper, which I think is really good for collage board because it doesn't add a lot of bulk or weight on it. I think that's good. Let's see what else is in my pile here. I feel like I've got a bunch of the white pieces. Maybe I'll add some more dictionary. A bit more of this green. What's up here? Why are we not sticking? But this is inspiring me to get back to it because I'm rolling around different ideas with the fish journal. But if I tell myself I can't start on the fish journal until I finish up my Marsh journals, mainly because I just don't really have room. I don't have room to have another journal floating around here. Pieces of it. My Marsh journals are over there in 2 different boxes, taking up a big chunk of my desk. And they're in 2 different boxes because there's 2 different journals and I've already, again, got them all separated, got all the pieces together. I mainly just need to put them together. And if I finished those, that would free up 2 boxes. And by boxes, I've got the big square, like, scrapbook boxes that that fit the 12 by 12 paper. And I like to collect if I'm working on a journal, I like to collect like all in one place. And those have a lid, and so I can, you know, just kind of keep everything together. So I have my 2 journals in that, and I also have a bin that has random Marsh journal stuff in it. So I probably need to clear some out, make some room. I don't know that I really like that blue under there. This blue's shining through a little bit more than I wanted it to. So I'll just, maybe once I get to where I'm adding ink and all that, I'll kind of concentrate, in the gold paint and all that, I'll concentrate on this blue area to kind of chill that out a little bit. I think that's the best option. Okay, let's see. Ooh, I guess I could do some masking tape. Why not? That'll add a little bit of texture and, yeah, that's interesting. Maybe we'll just do some right here to cover up that little empty hole. Okay, got one little section here. Let me go through my bits and see what's torn and what needs to be used up. That. That. Can use some of that. This needs to be in there. Dictionary, dictionary, dictionary. Okay, that's all of my bits that I've got over here, I think. So let's see what we can do with these random little pieces. Sticky, 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 sticky. I think we've got some cohesiveness going on. I still feel like I've got a lot of that orange going on. So let's kind of break that up a little bit if we can. Okay. Rolling right along. Doesn't cover me completely. I've still got a little bit of blue shining through, but we're gonna just work with it. Okay, that used up all my bits and bobs. Now, the next step was to add some ink, but it's really sticky, so I don't want to add ink to that. So let's just start with, maybe I'll just add some paint. No rhyme or reason, just some sticky down there. And this is the Vintage White. Let's see if I can get in some of that blue area there. Yeah, see, I should have done this yesterday. Made a separate, so I could really have the cohesiveness. But I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be okay. Okay. Now, I don't know that that helped me any because now I'm really wet. But let's just play a little bit with the ink. Mainly on the white pieces. Kind of tone them down a little bit. Okay, I'm liking it. I think we can add our gold paint. Again, I'm just trying to create something for my stash that, here's that blue that I need. I said I was going to cover up. It's up here. I think I covered it pretty good with the white paint. What do we think? This paper's light. It looks lighter. I guess because I didn't use a lot of the dark browns and all that in it. That's okay. I'm gonna do a big glob of gold right here because there's that blue shining through. Okay. I think that works. The only thing really different about this one is that it's got the dictionary papers in it, but that's okay because, you know, it ties in with these, so that's okay. So I think I'm going to close this up for now, let this dry, and in the meantime, I think I'm going to dig around in my stash of stuff and see if I can find my fish papers, so I can put all this fish-related stuff with that. So thanks for joining me, and you know, again, we're just showing up, making some art, doing whatever. No rhyme or reason here. I mean, I guess there's a rhyme or reason because we're doing fish, but anyways, thanks for joining me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye for now.